Veronica, der Lenze sta, die Mädchen singen tralala, die ganze Welt ist für die verhext. Veronica, nicht Tageswelt, Veronica.
Hello there, welcome to the TBC, Transylvanian Broadcasting Corporation World Service. My name is PaverG04 and I will be your host. First up on local news is that the city of Zagreb left Serbia. The old Austro-Hungarian city of Zagreb left the nation of Serbia. Serbia is in a bad position. A few weeks ago, the capital of Serbia, Belgrade, fell, and yet Zagreb left them too. This is a problematic time for our friends in Serbia, for one problem. You see, after the city of Zagreb left, the nation of Serbia's capital is Podgorica, and this is their last former city. It was a former powerhouse, at least, of Serbia, and it was destroyed by a small nation in the Bosnian-Serbian War after many people left RMC, so they lost control over many of their cities. This is an example of RMC in general, and its tending for unforgiving nature to many players, and just how war goes in general. So, anyway, that's enough about Serbia and Zagreb. On to Yugoslavia. Yugoslavia has officially moved their capital to Beograd after the fall of Serbian Belgrade. The Yugoslavian king Alexander IV created the city, or the fifth, whatever, the sixth, created the city of Beograd and moved the capital from Sarajevo to Beograd. However, this is claim-blocking, according to the Bosnians, who have the city of Belgrade next to Beograd, which is all on the old Serbian Belgrade, next to New Belgrade, which is not part of any country. Interesting news. And more about Yugoslavia and generally that region. Recently, the Kingdom of Yugoslavia has declared war on Turkey. A few weeks ago, the Kingdom of Yugoslavia declared war on Turkey and their allies, but the main enemy of Yugoslavia is Bosnia, because many divided zones between them, as our reporter EU USSR said. There's many divides between Yugoslavia. Generally, the Balkans are not a very stable region, except for our little glorious country of Transylvania, which is thankfully very neutral. Now, on to the international section of the TBC World Service. Today we'll be discussing, are German Nazis? You see, the village of Munich in the German Empire is normal town like every town. Besides, they have a huge Nazi symbol on their town, even though the Kaiser Reich's greatest enemy in the past were Nazis. In just a minute, I'm going to read an interview with the Kaiser of the German Empire, but it is very true. Some people recently have been calling the German Empire, and especially the Kaiser, Nazis, which is, as the Kaiser will say in the interview, not very fair, as they have spent a lot of time in the past kicking out the Nazis with the player Adolf Hitler, who was on the server being kicked, and after the Reich fell, the German Empire conquered most of the German lands, apart from some which are still not conquered. Yes. Now, I'm going to be reading the interview with the Kaiser. Questions will be the person asking the question, and the answer will be the answer of the Kaiser of Germany. Let us proceed. Yes. Question. How did the German Empire come to be? Like, when you started it, has it surpassed your expectations? Answer. Oh, by far. The German Empire started off as a small nation in East Prussia with its capital as Königsberg and as a vassal of Denmark. I worked my way up the ranks after making the town of Holzern not long after I joined in November, in what is now Eastern New Berlin, to fight the Nazis. I tried to break from Danish rule once I was the Chancellor then, but didn't succeed, so I carried on spreading Prussia and taking most of the land that was once German in Poland for Prussia, and making a stable agreement with Germany over the division of West and East. Eventually, I inherited Kaiser from the old and began expanding Prussia into the mainland Germany, breaking from Danish rule, eventually leading to a Prusso-Danish war. We made a border agreement and carried on trying to conquer and unite Germany. Eventually, Adolf Hitler was banned, which spelled the end for the longtime enemy, our longtime enemy, Nazi Germany. In order to secure the unification between their former lands and Prussia, we captured the town when Hitler's data and was deleted from the Kaiserreich, which later renamed to the German Empire. Question. How do you feel about being called Nazis, and why are you people calling you that? Answer. It irritates me beyond belief. My nation and my very own town existed to fight the Nazis, and as a Kaiser, I started a widespread denazification of Germany, which was once littered with swastikas and replicas of Nazi architecture. To call me a Nazi is not only wrong, but utterly stupid. I see two reasons why they do it. One, all nationalism is bad, and the German Empire is basically the same as Nazis. Germany, same flag, same people. Or two, I don't like Freddy, and he says naughty words. Nazi. Question. I was wondering, what happened to Königsberg, and what are your relations with Poland? Answer. Königsberg was the first in a long line of towns which was lost with the introduction of the Q, which spelled the death of many citizens in Prussia/Poland who didn't have priority at the height of Toy Cat. Someone made a meme showing a collection of major ones lost. Major ones lost. Relations with Poland have been sore as ever since I took over as Kaiser. Because I didn't accept their modern Polish borders, if you could even call them that. They basically claimed any land that a Pole has ever stepped foot on. Question. How active is the German Empire, and how many people join? As a mayor myself, I know how hard it is to get people nowadays. Answer. Oh, it's very active. We have a select few people online every day, but many more people who are online at least every 2 days or so. Many people do join New Berlin directly, but it is hard to get people to join other German Empire towns. We're always funding new towns though, so we can either offer their own town or to join New Berlin, which helps us keep growing. Question: what do you think the queue makes it harder for smaller, less important towns to grow? Answer: I don't think it makes it harder for them to grow, but definitely harder for them to keep active and thrive. They'll recruit people who get through the queue for the first time and don't ever come back because they can't be bothered with it again. Question: how are your views on Toycat and Fuse and other big YouTubers on the server? Answer: I don't really like either of them, but I think at least Toycat may have brought some people to the server more interested in geopolitics, history, and roleplay. Fuse just brings French toxics, chat spam with French, and full queues. Ducast is the best and only real EarthMC YouTuber. Question: before we conclude, what are some problems of the server and how would you fix them? Answer: the biggest problems I see are the way staff are too reliant on their own interpretations and opinions when enforcing rules. If a rule can be enforced differently or not at all depending on the staff member, then it shouldn't exist. It only creates actual bias, accusations of bias, and people who hate the staff team. If the staff focused on more factual and physical based rule system, getting rid of subject rules like toxicity in chat and claim blocking, unless the claims are literally an exploit, they should be allowed no matter what. If you claim block, disband or negotiate. It's part of geopolitics. I also think we need a community change. Less people thinking they need to make their own nations for an orange tag and some sense of power when they're contributing nothing to, but rather taking from the overall cohesion of power. This was the interview from the Kaiser of the German Empire. We do hope you enjoyed that. Next, with today's long line of news stories, we have, let me get that, for the fall of the Red Star. You heard it, the Soviet Union has fallen. A couple of days ago, the capital and the last of the Soviet Union fell because of the inactive citizens and the mayor/leader. We will all remember the comrades in our hearts. Now, yes, on with Transylvanian traffic news. The NR3, National Road 3, to Highway 5 tunnel is being constructed. It will bypass the city of Cebu, whatever you want to call it, and connect directly to the H5, taking you to the brand new, still under construction Debrecen bypass, which will go around the Debrecen city and not into it. It will be also a sort of highway. General road update will be up in exactly 1 minute. Hello and welcome to TBC Road Network Stats. Just a general part of the TBC World Service where we show you how the roads currently are in Transylvania. The new sign has been put up by the government looking to Carpathia on the Highway 1, which will be right next to the new Debrecen bypass. Here we are coming upon the city of Debrecen. The new signs include chunk numbers for distance, the road to Carpathia, Highway 1, is still blocked and currently still under construction as of current. Here we can see National Road 3, many constructions. National Road 3 tunnel connecting directly to the H5, still under construction. National Road 3 to Cebu, if I'm not mistaken. The H5 still under construction, which will go all the way in this direction to the Debrecen bypass. Starts here in the beautiful city of Cebu, whatever you want to call it. I'll just stop trying. Going this way, Old Fort Averia there. No signs here as of late. That will be changed though once this area is done and complete, which will be quite soon. This will go over to here if you want to switch roadsides. Going on to Carpathia on the still not working and under construction H1, we can see hasn't been finished. The lane separation hasn't happened here, and trees are still in the way. And finally, we come up to the ramp to Carpathia, where the H1 ends, in the nice city of Carpathia and the H0, which is still under great construction. Still closed and under works. An exit. Victoria Monument. When you're taking this road, be warned, due to the Ministry of Resources' recent construction in the area. This has been Road Updates with Transylvanian Broadcasting Corporation. TBC thanks you for watching.